WDS.
So I call to order this July 18th, 2018 meeting of the Wheaton Park what are we called again? The Wheaton Park District Board of Commissioners. Mike, would you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Morrow? Here. Commissioner Mee?
Here.
Commissioner Kelly?
Here.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Here.
Commissioner Fry?
Here.
Commissioner Fahey?
Here.
President Vyers?
Here. Looks like we have some presentations, Mike, if you may.
Yes, first we have Nikki Chesak from our athletic department, who has some announcements.
Right. Good evening. 2017 was a redefining year for the athletic department. When I was hired in January, one of the first tasks I had to take on was to hire 2 managers. The goal was not to just hire 2 bodies to fill these positions. We really wanted to find somebody that specialized in the specific areas that we were really looking for our department. Adam Lewandowski was first hired in February. Though he was newer to the field, he brought a great deal of baseball and softball knowledge to the table, along with a strong energy to learn and grow. Aside from Adam's hands-on work on and off the field, he has increased participation in our fall baseball and softball leagues. For baseball in 2016, we had only 2 teams. In 2017, we were at 6, and now we're looking at close to 7 or 8 for this year. He's also increasing our softball teams by 2 for the season. Registration is still being taken for these leagues. A month later, Mark Dolphin was adding to our crew. Having worked with him before in the field, I knew that he had a great knowledge of attention to detail, basketball, and leagues in general. In Mark's first year, he redesigned our budget process. He simplified the worksheets that we use so everyone could use it with a little more ease, being new. And he also brought the Nerf madness to Wheaton that we're all hearing about. And he has also recently changed our summer camps from half-day to full-day over at the Central Athletic Complex. He oversees basketball, and registration for that is also going on for the fall season. Shortly after we started learning our roles here at the Wheaton Park District, we were given yet another opportunity to hire another manager. This one was to oversee the Wheaton Wings soccer program. Tony Giovenco was brought in early September for her impressive knowledge of the sport, her articulate personality, and her passion for our profession. In less than 6 months, she added a high school development program for our older soccer players who are seeking a future in the sport in high school and beyond. This year, we're going to start our program co-oping with Glen Ellen, and we are happy to say we have 6 teams right off the bat. This league isn't just focused on the game, it's focused on the mental and physical development of each player. They're going to focus on diet, strategy, off-field training, and even college recruitment. Tony, along with the entire athletic department, also took the bull by the horns and accomplished a very impressive Wheaton Wings spring soccer tournament, bringing in 234 teams versus the 162 that we had in 2017. Though Daryl Houston has been with us for about 4.5 years, this was one of the first years he's really been able to unleash his passion for lacrosse. Not only does he see it as an athletic manager, he also helps with the training. He's a manager for one of our teams, and he's also a board member for the Illinois Boys Lacrosse Association. Be sure to look for the variety of programs we have coming in lacrosse for this season. With the recent retirement of Sally Oppenheim, we were provided yet another opportunity to add another member to our department. Nicholas Parisi just joined us on Monday. He is the administrative assistant to athletics. Nick comes to us from 10 years working with Arrowhead, and we are very excited to have him join our team. Just some general information. August 18th kicks off the Rams football and cheer season with our Wheaton Bowl. Flag football registration is still going on, along with basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and every other program that we have listed in the fall guide. I speak for the entire athletic department when I say thank you to the board, to Mike, to Mary Beth, and all the other department heads who have been so patient with us as we're going through this big transition. All of their support is the reason we're able to continue to provide great things for Wheaton. Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
If I could add one thing, I'd like to just dovetail on her comment about the retirement of Sally Oppenheim. I know many of us in this room, and certainly all of our friends at home, have gotten to know Sally over the 4 decades that she worked in our recreation and athletic department. Sally Oppenheim she still works with us, thank goodness. A lot of people retire from the Wheaton Park District and come back to work the next week part-time, which is, I think, it's a pretty cool thing, actually. But I want to acknowledge here and for our friends at home what a tremendous job and person Sally Oppenheim did and is. And she'll be missed full-time. She has provided really a foundation backbone through the decades of the athletic department and the recreation department, and I'm very glad she's sticking around, and I'm very glad that Nikki and Mary Beth and all of those new players she said have an opportunity to work with her. She's a tremendous person. Yes, and I'm going to go to the podium for our friends at home for this one. Thank you. This year, WDSRA, the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association, had 28 athletes attend the Special Olympics Summer Games competition in Bloomington Normal. The athletes competed in bocce, swimming, track and field, powerlifting, and rhythmic gymnastics. Tonight, we have a few of the athletes with us who represent the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association and the Wheaton Park District. When I call your name, could you come up and stand with me, please? Jack Cleve. Jack brought home a silver in both the 100-meter backstroke and 25-meter backstroke, and his 4x50-meter relay took 4th place. As a swimmer myself, I'll say congratulations, Jack. Very well done in the Special Olympics. Excellent job. Would you stay up here with me, please? We also have Isaiah Medina. Isaiah, could you come up? Isaiah brought home a gold medal in the 25-meter freestyle, another swimmer. We had many, many more Special Olympians representing Wheaton and the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association. We're very fortunate to have Jack and Isaiah with us today to acknowledge their efforts and to acknowledge their perseverance in their sport. We'd love to get a picture with Jack and Isaiah and perhaps the board president as soon as I wrap up this presentation. As many of you know, this week the Special Olympics is celebrating its 50th anniversary, back in the place where it all started, Chicago. The highlight of the celebration is the Unified Soccer Cup, in which teams from all over the world are competing for the gold medal at Toyota Park. Games started July 17th, and the final match will be televised on ESPN2 on Sunday, July 20th. Come and join the action and help Special Olympics celebrate 50 years for unity and empowerment. How about a round of applause for our special athletes? Special Olympians?
Congratulations, fellas.
Becky's never missed it.
Look at him.
Jane, you want to
Look at him.
No.
Look at him, he's standing up.
That's to be in the picture.
Photo bomb.
There you go.
Where's Waldo?
Congratulations.
Yeah, could I also add that Mike and I both attended the 50th anniversary first celebration down in Carbondale in April, and then I went down to Bloomington, so I got to see a lot of the Wheaton kids that night at the opening ceremonies when it was only about 118 degrees in the stadium. So congratulations to everybody, because it was really a hot weekend, and y'all did such a nice job.
Thanks for coming. Congratulations.
Don, anybody sign up for community input? Nope. Okay, move on to the consent agenda. Does anybody have a motion ready? Terry?
Terry did.
I'll give it a try one time. I would move to approve the consent agenda as listed, items A through F. Starting with A, approval of the disbursements totaling $1,572,148.73 for the period beginning June 13, 2018 and ending July 10, 2018. B, the approval of the previous board meeting minutes, Sub A, June 20, 2018 regular meeting minutes, and the July 11, 2018 Buildings, Grounds, and Finance Subcommittee meeting minutes. C is notation for the cancellation of the August 8, 2018 subcommittee meeting of the Wheaton Park District Board of Commissioners. D would be the expenses over $10,000 and under the bid limit, and specifically soccer goals in the amount of $15,905 for Soccer 2000. E would be the expenses over $10,000 and under the bid limit, and that would be the event share of $13,500 to the Rotary AM Club for the fun run. And finally, F, software-defined wide area network administration costs of $1,305 per month.
Second.
Motion by me, second by Fahey. Any discussion? Jane, did you raise your hand? Nope. All right. Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Okay, let's move on to unfinished business, government navigational group. Does somebody have a motion ready?
I'll make a motion to approve the Government Navigation Group Professional Services Agreement for a cost not to exceed $36,000 for a 12-month period.
Do I have a second?
Second.
So we had a motion by Morrill, second by Hodgkinson. Any discussion?
John, just a comment. Mike, the information you sent us last week pertaining to the budget issues for the state was somewhat compelling and, was certainly helpful in getting to this point in time. But I do want to point out that at least if something fails down the road here, the capital budget doesn't come in, something else goes awry with this election year, at least we do have a provision with the agreement that allows us to cease that agreement and cancel it, with a 30-day written notice.
Yes, sir.
I would certainly engage that if this thing falls apart, but hopefully it won't.
Yes, sir.
Right?
I would just like to say that I think we would be amiss not to jump on this and get ahead of the game. There are going to be a lot of people, a lot of districts applying for grants, and we want to get our fair share for the Wheaton residents, Wheaton taxpayers. So I think it's important that we move forward on this.
Any other discussion?
I just have one question, Mike. Have they given you any kind of feedback on, you gave us a list of what the projects could be selected, might be. Do they give you any feedback about which ones they think would be higher or lower priority?
Depending on the type of dollars that they're advocating on our behalf for, yes, they would give us feedback. For instance, if there was a grant available, not necessarily OSLAD, that involved transportation, something like if we had an overpass project, that would be
Right.
applicable to it.
Specific purpose
Yes,
kind of
if there was an EPA project, a water cleaning project, work with one of our bodies of water where we would create a wetland shelf might be appealing to that specific grant. So part of their role is to work in concert with staff, primarily Rob Spurl and myself, to identify, which is why we've teed up all of our possible projects and shared them with the board in advance across all of our representative and Senate districts that we could accomplish if additional funding were to come our way. So the short answer to your question is yes, they do provide that input, and it's part of an ongoing process, which is why we provide them in advance with that exhaustive list of projects that we have on the books that we'd like to complete, should funding become available locally or otherwise.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Me,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Fry. Yeah. Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
President Vires.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to new business. Park naming proposal. Does somebody have a motion ready? That's
Yes.
Jane?
Yes, I would love to make this motion that we commence a 30-day evaluation period for a proposal to name a 4-acre park at the northeast corner of Roosevelt and Main Street, Rotary Park.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Hodgkinson, second by Fahey. Any discussion?
So
Well
just
deserved
for-
by the
so, but-
Rotary.
So just for clarification, that means 30 days, people could let us know how they feel about that proposal.
Yes, and with the August board meeting being moved to the fourth week, of August, with that 30-day period will begin and conclude between now and our next board meeting.
And when is that meeting, Mike?
That is the 22nd of August.
Okay. Thank you.
So we would take final formal action, board willing, at the August Board of Commissioners meeting.
Any other discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Item 2, bid results regarding the truck bodies and plow packages. Somebody have a motion ready?
I move to approve the recommendation for truck bodies and plow packages. This is a bid from Regional Truck Equipment in the amount of $48,833.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Fahey and a second by Fry. Any discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
And me, I'm a yes.
I'm sorry, President Vires. Thank
I'm
you.
a yes, too. Okay, item 3, Arrowhead Cart Path Project. Does somebody have a motion ready?
I'll move for the approval of the Arrowhead Cart Path Project Change Order Number 3. Recommended approval of the contract time extension of 120 days with All-Star Asphalt.
Second.
Is that Morrill with the second?
Yes.
So we have a motion by Fry, second by Morrill. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, it's involving no cost to us. That's significant.
Do I,
You can roll call. The voice vote is
We'll
fine.
do a voice vote on this. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to item 4, Main and Roosevelt Park Project Change Order Number 1. Somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll move that we approve a change order to Klaus Brothers for Central Park Phase 2 at a cost not to exceed $12,556.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Kelly, second by Fahey. Any discussion?
Yeah, so the reason we're asking for the board to do it at not to exceed, this is the proposal for that electric work. And I don't think the proposal was submitted in accordance with the contract, no itemized breakdown, so this is the max, but I want the Buildings and Grounds Committee to review the change order for compliance with the contract, along with getting a letter from the consultant after they see the breakdown that they believe the price is fair before we approve the change order.
Okay, so we have a motion by Kelly and a second by Fahey. Whatever the charitable nature of Rotary, one of the biggest benefits for renaming this park is we won't have to call it Main and Roosevelt Park anymore.
Right.
By the way. So we have a motion by Kelly, second by Fahey. Mike, would you, no, I can do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, Clock Tower Commons. Somebody have a motion ready?
I move to approve that we reject the request for additional funds by Spawn Ranch via change order number 1.
Second.
So we have a motion by Fahey, second by Fry. Any discussion?
Mike, for clarification, this was regarding some additional time spent by the contractor that should have been identified up front when they bid this project. Is that the size of it?
Yeah, quite simply, they're making a request for some additional funding outside of the contract scope, which staff does not believe is warranted.
Because it was difficult to get into the site.
And the reason this came to us is we need to say no, which then enacts the disputes clause of the contract agreement, and then they can do certain things once we've given them a formal rejection of their request.
Have you gotten any pushback, Rob, from them?
Not until they get called
Yeah.
tomorrow.
They don't know. what- they
So
don't
you
know.
didn't let them know, and
They
this
don't
is
know
it.
what's-
Got it.
Thursday morning phone call.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Any other discussion? Do we do a roll call for this?
No.
No? Okay, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. On to item 6, design proposal for community center interior improvements. Somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve an agreement with Williams Architects for an amount not to exceed $20,400 for interior design work at the community center.
Second.
With the second. So Kelly with the motion, Hodgkinson with the second. Any discussion? We'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, design proposal for community center track replacement. Somebody have a motion ready?
I would move to approve the agreement for architectural services from Williams Architects for an amount not to exceed $5,900 for the community center track replacement.
Second.
I'll give that to
turn.
Fry. It was
Five,
very
give that.
close, but I think Fry got in there just by a nose. So motion by me, second by Fry. Any discussion? Okay, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, bid results and recommendation for waste hauling and recycling. Somebody have a motion ready?
A move to approve the recommended approval of Waste Management's proposal for the waste removal portion of the bid in the amount of $40,289.30 per year, and advanced disposals proposal for recycling in the amount of $5,851.56 per year.
Second.
Is that Fry?
Yeah.
Give it to Ray.
Okay. So we have a motion by Fahey, second by Fry. Any discussion? Yeah, Ray?
I just want to make sure that they're not picking up at Cosley Zoo prior to 7 o'clock.
They have heard loud and clear concerning the noise ordinance in the city of Wheaton and a couple of issues we had related to early pickup. From me personally.
Mike, would you call the roll?
Hopefully that does the job.
Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Item 9, alarm system project. Somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll move that we approve change order number 2 to Imperial Surveillance at a cost not to exceed $1,200.
Second.
So motion by Kelly, second by Hodgkinson. Any discussions? Any discussion? Nope. Okay, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to reports from staff. Mike, anything to report?
Nothing further, sir.
How about any of the reports that were sent out from finance and so on? Any commissioners have any comments? Ray?
Just the couple ones, that's all I have. This video that's being done for Cosley Zoo, I don't know if all the board members are going to have an opportunity to see it, so I don't know if it's something that's short enough to maybe show at our next board meeting.
Certainly.
And/or is it something that we can put on our website? Both? Very good. The other was recycling garbage cans. Was at an event at Memorial Park last week, and there's no recycling garbage cans in Memorial Park that I saw. I thought we purchased or approved recycling garbage cans throughout the district.
We have budgeted for moving from park to park, and we will continue to do so. Rob or Steve could probably help me out on where we are with receptacles. I know Cosley Zoo has been completely outfitted with multiple sets of receptacles. Rob, where are we with the next phase and moving through the park system?
We have $50,000 budgeted this year. We are getting ready to send out a bid package for those cans. And we've also, that'll purchase the first set, and then we have additional funds budgeted in future years to continue implementing that throughout all of our parks.
Yeah, as it relates to that, we do attempt at large events to set out differentiated receptacles. And we are not alone in this problem. I just had the same conversation with my counterpart at Cantini. The public education aspect of where garbage and recyclables gets deposited in public places and during large events, it creates a contamination issue. And unless we're going to have our staff sort every bag of garbage that we have, it becomes problematic. It's just a reality of it. Doesn't mean we shouldn't continue to try and find the best receptacles and the best public education we can. you didn't say this, Ray, but I know that you think this, and I agree with it. We are woefully inadequate in our public education and our leadership role as it relates to our park presence, as it relates to separating garbage from recyclables, and we want to do something about it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Terry?
No comments about the reports, but I do want to, commend you, Mike, and staff for another spectacular, commitment to the July 3, event, the pre-fireworks, and then the fireworks, and then, of course, the parade. I don't think the public, has any concept of the major commitment, by the staff in this thing. And I got to enjoy, both of these events, July 3 and July 4, up close and personal. I was at the July 3, the events in the park, and then I got an invitation to sit with our fireworks provider, Johnny Rockets, and that's as close as you can get. But I will tell you this about Johnny Rockets, Mike: they are absolutely safety conscious. They've got this thing down to a science, so there wasn't anything left to imagination there. And having been there, and we had a lot of people, as you all know, because most of you were there, but it was, another, major commitment, but, the public was out in force. And then, I got to walk the parade with the staff, and, once again, that was a major event, and it was a little warm that day, but everybody survived. But you did a great job, and, we're still getting compliments, about not only the fireworks, but the parade itself, too. So great work, and, thanks for the continuing, commitment to these large events. 'Cause I think we do it better than anybody.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Terry. John, anything? Jane?
I congratulated Vicki before the meeting, but I want to mention this again, that over the course of the past, I guess, month and a half or so, Mike has provided us with, as commissioners, with a number of photos from various programs that the Park District offers, and some of them have been so touching and so beautiful, and particularly some families from the Ronald McDonald House taking advantage of Wheaton Park District facilities and using it, and expressing how grateful they were for being able to get away from the Ronald McDonald House itself and enjoy things as a family. And then also some of the programs that we were offering at Marion Park. And I just think it's great that the Park District is doing all that, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jane.
Bob?
Nope.
Kev?
I'm good. Thank you.
Terry does have a gift for understatement. It was warm at that parade. I handed out a lot of sweaty McDonald's apple pies. Let me just say, it wasn't my fault. I couldn't help it.
Were they really toasty?
Double cooked.
All right, somebody have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Ray?
Second.
Motion by Morrill, second by Hodgkinson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, adjourned.
Thank you.
Half hour.